Hey everyone, this is going to be a little bit of a different video today. I have no outline, no script. I was just working on my video, which I was going to try to have released this weekend, but realized it's a lot bigger than my last few videos. It's just been taking a while to write the script, so I'm just taking a break. Realized I'm definitely not gonna have that out today, and probably not this weekend, so I figured I'm just gonna record a little random talking video. I guess a couple things that kind of come to mind that are on my mind lately, just as far as my life. And if you guys don't know, I have a full-time job. I'm a physical therapist, which is a pretty high energy, demanding job. And my latest goals for me have been to try to figure out how to manage my time better. And energy. I have a wife and a about to be 2-year-old little one. And so really trying to figure out how I can keep being consistent on YouTube and social media, and also have like time for myself to relax, but also, you know, when you're doing Pokemon stuff, or just not just Pokemon stuff, I mean, I guess any sort of business or side thing at all besides your job, it requires effort. And so I have lately been trying to figure out the puzzle of figuring out, you know, when I can best use my energy for this stuff. And I do have Fridays off. And so that's typically when I really work really hard. My last few videos on YouTube have been scripted Friday morning, filmed Friday morning-ish, maybe afternoon. And then the thumbnail, I either finish on Friday also, or I finish it throughout the weekend. But these videos like I'm making now, which this is my first one, just kind of naturally chatting, are probably my preferred type of videos, but I'm not really that good at chatting randomly without really being prompted by a particular subject. So as I maybe get more comfortable with this style of video, I might even have this be more of the norm in the future. But, you know, I'm such a new channel that I'm just trying to put something on YouTube that people won't mind watching. And at least myself, again, this channel, the intent of it is really to be more of an educational thing about the business and I guess current events as well. I'm definitely not opposed to, but I'm also a brand new business. And so I really don't have that much experience. And so that, because of that, I kind of just need to have other types of content. Now I know things don't always have to be educational. They can just simply be entertaining, or you guys get to know me a little bit better. But yeah, that's been the latest thing on my mind. Two, I'm also trying to get more exercise in. I found that also my apartment is definitely not super clean. With our 2-year-old, toys everywhere. So just be aware of that. Exercise. So not only am I trying to figure out time that I can work on videos and social media and stuff like that, I'm also trying to figure out how to get more exercise in. And even though I'm a physical therapist, you know, I also have difficulties finding time and energy for that. It's not like I exercise all day. So, but part of the reason that's prompted me to do more of that is, honestly, I've just been really tired after work over the past couple months. And most of that is just because work takes a lot of energy. Also, you know, with a little one, it takes a lot of energy for him to be entertained. So, and I also acknowledge and realize that I haven't really been exercising that much. And so that's another kind of priority I'm trying to fit in our day-to-day life where, you know, time is limited, and trying to figure out when that works best. But just a few weekends ago, I will say I did start exercising a little bit more and did find actually my mental energy was a lot more actually already quickly. So that's a big motivator for me to want to do that. I'm gonna go outside a moment. So yeah, also I guess I wanna say thanks to everyone who's been watching my videos. I feel like my my shorts and my Instagram and TikTok shorts, I guess, have been getting quite a few views, or more than I was expecting, like 1,000 to 2,000 views. I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's pretty good. So thankful for people who are willing to spend their time, I mean, watching these little clips that I make. They're all supposed to be somewhat informative for someone. At least it's something that I would click on, because it's not just simply for entertainment. I'm just trying to maybe learn something about it. Now, this video here, no one will learn really anything about the Pokemon market, but you'll maybe learn a little bit about me, I guess. I don't know, hear me ramble. Another motivating factor for me to film this type of way today is, I'm not sure if you guys watch Oyama's trading. He's been a bit of an inspiration for me. Actually, he's probably the main inspiration for me to make this video today. He just released like an hour vlog of him kind of throughout the day and weekend of him just in his day-to-day life, grinding work, grinding his Pokemon hustle, you know, his business. Yeah, I'll admit, he works really hard. So it kind of motivated me a little bit too. And knowing how much I enjoyed watching that, make sure this is on, that would be very unfortunate. And knowing how much, you know, work he puts into it, yeah, it was a bit inspiring to me. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I was editing my video today, and I'm like, man, not editing, I was writing the script and like doing research. I'm like, man, I still have so much work to do on this. There's zero chance I'm gonna get that out. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do a little, I don't know if this is a vlog technically. I don't know. It's me just chatting. So that kind of leads on to some of my own like personal Pokemon inspirations, I guess, inspiring people. I feel like it's evolved, you know, probably 3 or 4 years ago. If you guys don't know, I had another channel. It was called Holographic Nick, and that's kind of what I go by on this channel too. I think it's in the description of my first video, but maybe I'll also post a link. I actually don't know where I was going with that, but regardless, I do have an old channel 3 or 4 years ago. Check it out. It wasn't always sustainable for me. I was doing it for fun, but I realized not too long after the financial investment for a channel like that, unless I was doing rip and chips, just was not really feasible for me. So that's actually why I stopped posting videos on that channel. I mean, if I had unlimited funds, I would have kept going for sure. But yeah, I just wasn't able to buy the product, and I felt like I was just losing money when I was doing that. So anyways, what I was talking about before that was inspirations of like why, you know, yeah, inspiring channel content makers. And I'd say, I think I mentioned that it kind of has evolved for me. You know, at the beginning, when I kind of got back into Pokemon cards in 2019, I'd say for me, you know, it was Unlisted Leaf. Watched a ton of Unlisted Leaf. Watched Leonhart. Who else did I watch? I watched Real Breaking Nate, and I think Pokerev. I think he was starting around that time, and obviously just blew up because, I mean, he has very good content. But again, that was years ago. I actually, not because I don't like them, I actually don't watch them much right now, just because they haven't been on my feed. I've been more into the vendor PoE content over the past year. And so Bulbasaur, who did I start? Yeah, Bulbasaur, started with that. Loved Bulbasaur's content, loved those vendor POVs. The seller POVs, I guess. And then I was introduced to Jarchomp collectibles. Shout out to you guys. And then Oyama came along too. And Jarchomp and Oyama, you know, they have their midweek Machamps podcast, which is always fun to listen to. yeah, I think they're super cool dudes. So anyways, I feel like lately, those are the guys that have just inspiring me a bit more to make content. Yeah, they just seem like good people. Jar Chomp does this full time. Oyama, you know, he has a full-time job as well. And I won't spoil it, but he had some interesting news in his latest vlog video. So not to take views away from that. So yeah, go check that out. But yes, I will say though, the inspiration for this video right now, me chatting into the camera, even though it won't be anywhere near the quality and length and of time as Oyama's, but yeah, it was Oyama's latest vlog video. So I really appreciated that. A little bit of an insight into the day-to-day life of the grind he does, and it's no joke. He works really hard, and so it's really apparent in that video. I'm going to bring out, if you guys saw my video a couple weeks ago, at this point, we have two Maine Coons. Mochi, come here. Maybe I'll go inside. Can you flip the camera around? You can't flip it around while it's recording. That's a bummer. How about I do this? Hey, Basti. Hi, can you say hi to the camera? Are you a nice boy? We love our Maine Coons, by the way. This black one, his name is Bast, B-A-S-T. Character from The Name of the Wind, if you're familiar with that. And he is an absolutely lovely boy. Super cuddly, very sweet. And Mochi, our white one out here, he is also a sweetheart, and their personalities are actually wildly different, which is so fun. Hi, Mochi, come here. Mochi, he is a great cuddler too, but only on his own time. Bast will come and cuddle just at whenever we want him to, or he's willing to, I guess. Hi, buddy. You're such a good boy. You want to say hi, Mochi? Are you a nice kitty? The Alolan Super Kitty Pokemon? Okay, how about you, Mr. B? One more kiss? Okay, I respect that. So yeah, you know, back kind of full circle, what I was talking about at the beginning of the video was trying to find more time. And I'm also a gamer, so I like to play video games. I think that's not too uncommon for people on YouTube in general in the tech side of things. So not playing a lot at the moment, primarily because I am really trying to be more mindful of utilizing my time towards this stuff, like this right now. I could be playing video games right now, but yeah, wasn't able to make a video out today, so figured this would be maybe a good option, and maybe you guys would like this stuff better than the stuff I've been making lately. Man, I do, and I acknowledge, now that I'm gonna say it, if you guys haven't noticed, I say so much in my videos. That's is what it is. Again, I'm not very good at just rambling content. I'm actually very good at rambling, but making like concise, clear points in a video like this, it's not necessarily my strong suit. So yeah, usually after I get off work, my wife has already been home for a few hours, who usually picks up our little one from daycare. And then she has him for the next 2 hours or so while I'm working, 2-3 hours. And when I get off, which I usually get home around 6:30, and then I usually take our little one and give her a little bit of a break. I cook dinner for myself, and then I'm kind of hang out with him until he goes to bed around 8 or 8:30. And at that point, you know, I haven't really had like a true like rest. And what I mean by that is rest away from like sensory stimuli. You know, lots of sounds, lots of visuals happening, lots of toys. And my work is, again, very stimulating as far as socially. So my social spoons get, you know, pretty taxed throughout the day. You know, I shower, put him to bed, and then at that point, it's usually around 8:30. And so at that point, I really haven't had much of a brain break, if you will. And so Again, I'm kind of just talking through this, guys, because this is what's been on my mind the past like month. You know, I also am pretty good at not doing much and just hanging out and relaxing, but I'm trying to do a little bit more work with this stuff, and I'm kind of thinking of maybe at least 30 minutes, maybe even an hour at night after he's down to work on stuff, or maybe give myself like half hour to take a break, 30 minutes to an hour, working on either a video or something business related, and then yeah, chill for the rest of the night. So that's the stuff that's on my mind. Also with my website, and as you guys may or may not know, I mean, I don't really like advertise it that much. I do sometimes in my videos. My main intent with everything I'm doing right now is not necessarily to advertise my website. I'm just trying to be consistent with social media stuff is kind of where my mind's at. And so, I don't know, I'm considering moving my inventory to eBay at some point. I do pay $40 a month for Shopify, my Shopify store. You know, the main reason I even have this Shopify store though is because of eBay fees that are there. Let me post this up a moment here and see if you guys can even see me. Okay, and they're what? They're about 13-14%. So when you make when you make a sale, I mean, you get 86% ish. I haven't done the exact math, but I know it's around 13%. I'm not sure additionally what it would be with shipping and what other fee they have. So that was my entire reason of making my website, first of all, and it's through Shopify. So, hi, Mr. B, taking a peek. You want to come over? So, yeah, I know obviously I'd get way more eyes on my product if it was on eBay. Oops, I need to make sure he doesn't block my mic. You want to say hi? Okay, you can go. Side note, the video I had when I showed the cats, they knocked this off. It's magnetic. The entire most of the video, this was on the ground. I did not know it wasn't on my shirt. So I'm talking, the microphone's on the ground the entire time and picked up my voice. The quality wasn't that good, but I just thought that was kind of funny. But anyways, I'm thinking about, shifting my inventory to eBay and maybe just upping my prices a little bit to just try to counteract that eBay fee. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do that. That's just what some sellers do. So yeah, that's another thing that's on my mind lately. I know there's a couple good programs that help you automate listing, such as another YouTuber, his name is GemTCG. I actually just found him recently, and he has really good content too, and he's the creator of TCG Automate, which I might try the free trial this weekend. Yeah, anyways, there's more logistics than that too, as far as scanning cards and stuff like that. I don't have a scanner, so that's other stuff I need to figure out. But let's see. Honestly, I'm impressed how long I was able to talk about things on here so far. I could have also just gone for a walk and just, chatted there too. But I think maybe we will end the video with one of my favorite cards that my wife got me a few years ago. Let me go grab that. All right, got my slab case. Got my card party sticker. Card Party 3 was my first convention I was ever at. It was a crazy experience. It was really fun. It was very stimulating. Not in a bad way per se, but it's just a lot to take in when you've never been to one before. Let's see here. This is the card I wanted to show. This is my favorite card. My wife got it for me a few years back. It's a PSA 7 Crystal Lugia. It's also my most expensive card that I own. And so she got it when it was probably 3 to 4 times cheaper than it is now. And so, yeah, if you guys don't know, which you probably don't, no reason to, vintage is my thing. I really like, obviously I like base set. I like all those earlier on, Wizard of the Coast stuff. But I really like Team Rocket, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, and also like these sets, the e-reader sets, were when a lot of people stopped collecting Pokemon, essentially moved on out of the hobby as we were growing up. Yeah, I'm just really attracted to a lot of those cards, like the Rayquaza Gold Star. Yeah, very, very, very pricey cards, but one of my favorite cards ever. All right, guys, well, hope this video wasn't too awful of me just chatting. If you liked this video, particularly for any reason, if you liked it better than the other ones, I'm certainly not opposed to doing more videos like this. I might just do them anyways, because you know, one thing that's nice about this style of content is, you know, sometimes people like this stuff better. You know, obviously in my other videos, you might learn a bit more about the market, but the more personal videos like this, which you get to know and hear me a bit more naturally rather than when I'm reading a script, yeah, it can be more enjoyable. It's a bit more personable, I should say. Well, I will see you guys next time. Peace.